Hi everyone, so I wanted to make a quick video about these new Varispeed dictaphones that I'm making. It's just a modified basic kind of dictaphone, but I've added a couple of bits to it just to make it a bit more usable, things that I wanted on there. So added a speed control. There are other dictaphones out there that have got speed controls, but I haven't seen anyone else who's managed to actually fit one in the casing without removing the speaker. So some of these versions, one version of these dictaphones has a counter in it, but I found this one that doesn't, and then it gave me the space to kind of add this pot. I've also removed the lid because I wanted it to be quick and easy to kind of take a tape out and put it in when I'm playing live. And I've also, you can see here, like, sanded out these grooves. Now the reason I've done that, although I haven't got one to show you right now, there's a video on my YouTube page. It is possible with these micro tape cassettes, just like with, I think I've got one, that was lucky, one here. So something I like to do with bigger cassettes is you can file out these gaps next to, where you'd normally have, yeah, you can file out these gaps, and then you'll be able to like make an extended tape loop like this. And there's some videos of me doing it with like a coffee press as a stand, anything like a wine bottle, as Delia Derbyshire famously used, stuff like that to make an extended loop, which will give you a lot more, ooh, that one's gone, time on the loop. So I'm just going to show me taking a really basic recording and playing it back and just show you what that sounds like. So I'm not sure what's on here at the moment. So we can erase that, and I'll just talk into it like this. And then you might have noticed I've recorded that in the centre position, and it means we can...
I'll just talk into it like this.
I'll just talk into it like this. Then we can slow it down as well. So there's a couple of controls on here. Normally you'd have a selection to go from 2.4 centimeters per second to 1.2. This knob kind of overrides that now.
I'll just talk.
But a lot of the other functions still work. Being able to kind of nudge the speed forwards and backwards, pretty cool. Just to give it some modulation. There's some controls for the recording, so you can set it kind of to be more sensitive by selecting conference, and that will pick up more in the room. These don't actually have an aux input. It's just going to the internal electret mic, but you have got an output. So something I've enjoyed doing with these is, if I could just grab that loop, I'll find another one. Thankfully I've got a load in my pocket. There you go. So if we take another recording, maybe something from the desk, something, I've always got teacups near me. Okay, there we go. And something I've been enjoying doing with these is pairing them up with my Varispeeds. So there's an option on the Varispeed. I've added a passive mixer to it that allows you to hear the input of the whatever you're recording go straight through to an output, and then that gets mixed with the tape output. This one is actually a bit of a new version of the Varispeed CV LOFI CV looper. It's got a delay built into it as well. So I'm going to just get this going. Got an air raid siren in at the moment, and I've built a delay into it. I'll do a video on this at some point, but it's still at a prototyping stage. I've taken the old version that had a PCB in it to do a lot of this weird stuff like the manual arrays and whatnot, but oh no, I hope I haven't deleted. Oh good, yeah. So something you've got to be careful with these is obviously, if that had been, the head had been engaged, that would have just erased a little section on my air raid loop for my next gig. Anyway, so we can press play, and you can hear that going into this, and then we're coming out here onto our big speakers. So just by pairing it up with a delay, it becomes a really cool combo. Then we can maybe layer that up. So yeah, something else I like to do with this, you can now use this as a microphone. So interestingly, when it's in record mode, you can hear the feedback there. You're going to have to be a bit careful with it, but it's possible to kind of use it like a microphone. And so whatever we hear live is also being recorded to the tape. And something I kind of wanted to do with this and then being able to layer this kind of stuff up gets quite weird and interesting. You might have heard that feedback going on, you know, when we put it in record mode like that, which is kind of a cool feature. Something else I found out a bit by accident, like that feedback, you know, this audio through, is that if I'm in record mode, I mean, like any other tape machine, when you go into record, it engages. Let's just unplug. Sorry, turn that down. It will engage the erase head. It's a bit hard to show. I've just got to mimic that. There you go. It'll engage this little magnet. What's interesting about these machines is that they'll actually go into record mode before that erase head is fully engaged. So you can actually do sound on sound with these, which is kind of mad. Because I've gone to a lot of effort to add sound on sound to these, like, you know, changing the head, adding a new bias erase section, and, you know, all that stuff mechanically. And then this one just so happens to kind of like do it. So if we are playing now and we go into record, but just half press it. In fact, it'll be easy to show it like this. So in play mode.
The phone's now available.
Yeah. And now if I just semi-depress that record button, you see the red one, this is going to layer it on top. And I kind of like the idea of bouncing some recordings back and forth. So, as you can see, so I've just bounced this tape to here. And now we could get a bit weird. We could add a delay on it, and using this microphone, just pick up the room with a bit of feedback and see what happens. And so it kind of becomes like a lock delay. I don't know how else to explain it, but